Hi guys, today we are going to do something really easy. I got this box here. It's a shipment from Thailand, so not coming from far away. Let's look inside what it is, and then we will install this later on. So in my last video I told you we are going to have a couple of projects this year, and this is the first one. What's inside the box? It's just a microinverter. I told you I have one array which is problematic at the moment. I do have a string inverter installed there, and there's a lot of issues with shading, and a microinverter will just serve a better job there. So it came of course packed in this box. It is a day microinverter. The exact model number is a Sun M225G4 AU-Q01. And here it is. It comes like this, a short manual. We have accessories. This is just a connector. You have to build yourself a cable, which is then plugged into this one here. Before I had really cheap inverters there, microinverters initially, but they failed pretty quickly. And so with this brand inverter, I want to avoid this, of course. This inverter is built for 4 individual panels, which can be connected here. So every single panel does have its individual MPPT controller, and this is the important part here. There's nothing internally connected in parallel, so when there is shade on one of the panels, then only that input will be affected, and the other ones which are still in the sun will not have any issue, of course. So this is the back side and the heatsink. Very nice device. So yeah, why did I go for a day inverter again? This is my 5th day device, and all of them are working really well. So now I have around half of my equipment is on the day cloud platform. But that's not the only reason. I bought this, as I said, in Thailand, and in Thailand you are pretty limited what kind of equipment you can get. And if it comes to brand equipment, you know, for us DIYers, we usually buy the stuff in some online store or something like this, like you would do in Amazon in other parts of the world. Here it's like Shopee or Lazada. And there's not too much choice when it comes to brand. You can buy, of course, tons of this cheap stuff, which will fail on you very quickly. But when it comes to brand stuff, it is only like Day and the Hoymiles devices which they have there. If you compare now the Day and the Hoymiles, for example, there's a very big advantage when it comes to Day, because it does have Wi-Fi built into the inverter already, while the Hoymiles, it is using a proprietary communication protocol and equipment, and you need a special DTU to read out all that equipment. So that costs extra money, and here everything is already included. I bought it, of course, for normal price as everybody else could do it. There is nothing affiliated, nothing sponsored here. The only thing I did, I bought it on a special occasion. Now, by the end of October, there was a special sale, and 11th of 11, the so-called single day. So they had quite good promotions on the online platform. And it has just cost me around $240 US. I couldn't even get this for the same price if I order it from China, because there you would have a lot of shipping costs. So at the end, probably it is even the better deal than getting it directly from China. No more cheap crap at this area. It is really a problematic one. Let's go outside and check the place there and what exactly I mean with problematic. So yeah, this is the PV area of our interest. You know, it's just 300 watt panels, pretty old stuff. And as I said, initially I had two of the WVC 600 inverters here. They failed both almost exactly at the same time, 11 months after I have installed it. And then I have replaced them by this 3000 watt string inverter, also from Day. And yeah, this was doing its job. But if you take a 1200 watt peak photovoltaic area here in Thailand, it should give around 5 kilowatt hours of energy a day. In this case, especially now this season, I'm making maybe 1 to 2 kilowatt hours a day, and that's it already. And the reason is what I will show you now. So you can see this place is surrounded by these utility poles. Before, this one actually had been in a better place. It was a little bit further to the left, but when they built a new street, that pole went a little bit to the right. That made the situation even worse. From this side you can see it better. It's those 4 panels here right at the edge of my carport. And you can see already from this position now this one pole with the transformer on it is already casting a shade on all 4 of the panels. Shortly probably there will be then no shade because the sun will be in between of these 2 poles, and then this one will start casting the shade from this side, and this will hit one panel after the other. So at the moment, as you can see, as soon the shade is kind of falling on just one of the panels, and the whole string of all 4 panels will of course lose its performance. So the job is fairly easy. We will just disconnect the power here to the array and then disconnect here the string inverter, mount the microinverter somewhere here, and then connect all the panels to it. Connect the cable to the existing system and it will work already. I've just prepared the cable here at the connector side, put ferrules on the individual wires, and now just connecting the wires according to the markings here. Wire colors are according to the international standard: yellow green for the earth and blue for the neutral, brown for the L1. Just tighten it down and push the cover here over it, and that's already it. I think it belongs this way. So yeah, it clicked. So this is our connector to the inverter. I just need to remove the insulation on the other side so that we can connect it in the junction box. There I just have Vago connectors, so will be just a very quick job. And that's it. I've mounted the new inverter this way because like that it's underneath the panels and also the roof, so it's a dry and shaded area there. What I have to do now is remove the old equipment, disconnect the MC4 connectors here from the panels, and then I can start connect those already to the inverter. The new cable is connected to the junction box, which goes then to the combiner. I have to make now PV extension cables to reach the inverter, actually for every single panel. So for that I do have some PV wire here and MC4 connectors. So yeah, that will take me a few minutes, and then we can connect the panels to the inverter. Plugged in the first panel into the inverter, and you can see already activity. So the inverter is powering up. It's of course not connected to the grid, so for that I will just continue and connect all 4 panels first. All 4 of the panels are now connected in the microinverter. We can go and turn it on. Best way to know if something is working is when we test it. So inverter number 1 on. There's usually a timeout for the inverter to connect to the grid. And here it is. Changed to the blue light, and the inverter is delivering power to the grid. So what I have to do now is tidy this up a little bit, use some cable ties, and then the last step to do is connect this inverter to the day cloud, and then we can start monitoring it. For this there is a sticker on the inverter, and you can open the day cloud, scan this barcode there, and it should connect there. Yeah, that went quick. I just scanned the barcode, then I have chosen the router and entered the password, and it already says pairing is complete. So this should take around 10 minutes and the inverter will show up in the clouds then. So here we are in my day cloud. I can already see I have 3 inverters are online and 1 microinverter is online. So that had not been there before. If I now go to the devices, then I have my 3 inverters, the normal ones, and then there's a new tab here which is saying microinverter, and this is the added microinverter there, microinverter parking, and I can already see all the data. We have PV1 until 4, each of them are now outputting around 30 watts. That's now low because we had clouds coming up and it looks like it's gonna be raining. Anyways, so 109 watts going to the grid. Very nice. The cloud is perfect for analyzing data. You can really get every single data point from every single device, and all of this is tracked over time. They also works on SolarMan, but SolarMan, that is really better for people who just get a system installed and then you have an easy overview what is going on. But as I said, the day cloud goes much deeper into the details. Wow guys, I really never had an easier installation like this one. Of course, that place already had an inverter. We just had to take away that one and install this one. So everything was kind of prepared. But especially when it comes to connect the inverter to the web and this kind of stuff, you can run into serious problems. When I was in Austria, I told you we did a balcony power plant at my cousin's house. We installed that one. The inverter was connecting to the grid, but it was impossible for us to set up the monitoring. Like after 1 hour of playing with these Heumiles apps, we just had to call the seller of the equipment, and he had to initially make a firmware upgrade of the DTU, because that was the reason why the DTU did not communicate with the inverter, and then the inverter got its upgrade. Yeah, so this installation actually is finished, but while I was doing it and seeing the results, I had an idea. I was looking at my mounts there. It is a DIY construction and I do have some space remaining. So what I decided is I have quickly ordered 2 more panels. These ones are today's standard. Those do have like 144 half cells, are on the small footprint, 450 watts bifacial. So they will come in a few days, and then I want to replace 2 of the 4 panels with the 2 new ones. And because we like to experiment and gain some knowledge, we can then directly compare the old panels versus the new one. The new ones, of course, they're also segmented, so we have 2 halves of the panels. When there's a shade on one half, the other half will still produce normal power. So this should actually work out far better than these big single string panels like they are now. But this is then a topic in another video. So I hope you found this one interesting. Please like, comment and subscribe to the channel, and I see you next time.